How I use Bill.com and PDF2XL to get my billing done. The challenge here is I get a lot of bills that need to be job costed and where I'm using items, not just accounts, to describe the information. And I'm doing that so that by using the item, I can both describe the expense for where I'm paying it, when I'm paying my outside bookkeeper or my virtual assistant, and then I need the income side of that item so I can bill the stuff back to my clients. So I'm going to show you how this can be achieved in a way that's very quick and seamless. And of course, the answer is Bill.com. Now, we're here in my Bill.com inbox. And what I love about this is the data entry actually is much faster in here than it is when you're entering directly in QuickBooks. It just works that way. So the first thing you'll see is I get, and this is also a good spam filter, because a lot of times the people that you're that you have signed up to send you bills here are using that same email address to send you their spam, so that you can easily identify and delete those. But let's take a bill like this one that I want to be able to enter and bill back to my client as well as pay the vendor. So I'm going to open it up here. And the other thing you'll want to do is you'll want to open up your downloads folder. Now, this is, of course, in Windows. Mac, I'm not as familiar with. So I know that when you download something, it shows up at the bottom right there, and you can access your downloads. I'm sure there's a way to open up the folder. The key is having the folder open, because as soon as I do what I'm going to show you in a minute, it's going to download the PDF of the bill that I've received. Now, this is not to be saved. It's already going to be saved and attached in Bill.com. It's just so I can get the information copied and pasted where I want it, so that later on when I go to bill the stuff back to my clients, those descriptions will pull all the way through to the invoice, and I don't have to sit there retyping anything. That's the whole key to what I'm trying to show you here, really. So keep your downloads folder handy. We're going to come over here, and we're going to click up top where it says Open Document. I'm going to move this onto my other screen. It also helps to have two screens, especially where one is a nice big monitor. So I'm going to click Open Document on the bill on my other screen, and you're going to see it's going to open up. And my default PDF program that opens PDFs is Nitro PDF. And you can use this to convert to Excel, but I don't recommend it. It often comes out messy. So now I closed that. We're going to right-click on the PDF, Open With, and I'm going to choose PDF2XL Enterprise. This will show up once you've got it installed as a way to open up any PDF documents. So we'll open this up. And again, remember that mainly what I'm trying to get out of this is I'm trying to get the descriptions set up in a way that makes it easy for me to copy and paste that information. So I'm going to clear the layout, and what we'll do is I'm going to click and drag, and keep in mind you're getting the same invoices typically from the same vendors over and over again. So another beautiful thing about PDF2XL is that you can save the layout. So here's his invoice. I'm just going to readjust these lines a little bit. And the point about my last statement is that once I do this once for this one vendor, I never really have to do it again. Now, I need to notice how it comes out here and everything's kind of broken up, everything all on different lines, structured the way it appears on the document. I don't want that. I want it to notice how the prices are structured. The price sits at the very top line of each section. So when I click in that price column, it makes it the key column. Now I can right-click, and we're going to go to table structure, and we want to get rows above column text, right? Because we want every new row to start wherever it sees a new price. Keep your eyes at the bottom left here as I click on that. So table structure, create rows above column text. Boom, and notice what it did. It got everything perfectly organized exactly the way I need it. I can go right to converting. Now I was going slow because I was explaining it, but the reality is this process is less than 30 seconds. And then I'm just going to reformat this column width so we can see things easily. And now we're going to go back to the data entry. So now I'm going to put this on my other screen, and we're going to go enter the bill. So watch how fast the data entry goes in Bill.com. I'm going to enter all the information. It's all entered right up here. And you can use the dots on the dates, which many of you already know makes things much faster. We put in the amount. Now, because I need to job cost it, and because I want to run everything through items, I need to go straight down here to the items section. This all has to be, or I should say can be enabled in your settings in Bill.com. So I use an item called bookkeeping. And the quantity, of course, I'm going to take right off the invoice, 3/4 of an hour. Punch in the rate. That gives me the amount, and of course the customer I get right off the invoice. But here's the tricky part, which is that, again, I want that description that he had put on his timesheet. So you already saw the Excel export. Now I get to just copy and paste right in here into the description right out of Excel. You can try copying off the screen. It doesn't come out well. And now we're going to enter the rest of this bill real quick. And of course I have my bookkeepers sort of trained to send me a separate bill for each job. It makes this part much easier. So now I know every entry I'm doing here is for the same job. It's just different sort of days and times and descriptions, and it looks like I picked up the wrong item there. And I hate the fact that it clears that out just because I've changed the item. I wish they would change that. But it's a small price to pay. So this was the second line. Paste that in. See how much easier that is? And wait till you see the QuickBooks part, which is coming up next. Once this is entered, and I'm gonna spare you the process of watching me enter every single invoice, but after that's completed, I'm going to show you how in pretty much 30 seconds I can get my billing done on the QuickBooks side and send my bills out to my customers once this is all done. One last line item on this one. And done. Save. And stay tuned. I'm going to stop the recording, and then I will finish the data entry of all the bills, and then we'll come back and see what this looks like when we go to bill all this back to our customers in QuickBooks. This is one of the best feelings in the world, when you've got your inbox in Bill.com completely cleaned out and empty. That means all the bills have been entered. So just to quickly recap, taking the bill and downloading it from Bill.com and then just quickly in 2 seconds converting it with PDF2XL to an Excel file makes it very easy to copy and paste your descriptions. And now you're going to see where that comes in especially handy. So we're up to the last part. Now that I've entered all the bills through Bill.com, we're going to sync it all to QuickBooks. And because it was job costed, we're going to be able to, as you're going to see in a minute, in just a couple of clicks, be able to take that information. First of all, I can go into here and I'm going to pay the people, right? That's easy. But now you're also going to see how in QuickBooks, how easy it is to, in just a few clicks, I won't need to take my hand off the mouse, but once, to get that information that I've just taken the time to enter and bill it back to my clients. And you can get a lot of invoices entered here this way very quickly and then go to this part. So let me launch the Bill.com sync dashboard because I'm using this with QuickBooks Desktop. There's my Nerd Enterprises company. That's the last company left that I do use QuickBooks Desktop for. Sync completed, no errors. Everything is wonderful once again. So now for the finale. I go into Memorize Reports, and I have an area called Seth's Reports, and in there I have unbilled costs by job. Now, you're not necessarily going to understand all of this. There are some things that get in here that I always need to clean up, like little credit card processing fees like this one that I'll just go in and remove. So I go over here, get rid of that. But basically now I'm using this as a guide to see who I need to invoice, right? So obviously I'm going to obscure the customer specific information, but I can see from this report exactly who needs to get a bill. So I press Control-I for invoice, and I pick the first customer that was on the list, and I always check to make sure we're on today's date. I've made that mistake enough times. But now I'm ready. Remember, everything got synced from Bill.com. So all I have to do is go here, add time and costs. I get this dialog, showed up on my other screen. Over to items, select all. It already knows exactly how to bill these customers back for these for this time. And this is interesting. So let's click OK, bring that in. And this just came in with the wrong item and therefore the wrong rate. So I'm fixing that here. And then, of course, I have to make a note to go back and fix that with the original bill. But my invoice is done. I've got email later checked off. I'm going to say save and close because I want to go back to the report. I'm going to ignore all the spell check stuff. blame it on the bookkeeper if the spelling's wrong. And see who's next. One more. So basically just select the customer, click Add Time and Cost, go to Items, select All, and assuming all your billing rates are in there properly, then everything comes in, no problem. Click OK, and save and close, and you're done. Okay, one more. Control I. Bring up the customer, add time and costs, items, select all, OK, and save and close. Done. That's it. So it's just super quick to get your billing done when you use Bill.com. The data entry part in Bill.com is substantially sped up when you use PDF2XL, and then billing the stuff back to your customers is nothing. It's as I'm showing you here, it's 2 clicks. That's it, my friends. So that's how you can get your billing done super fast using Bill.com and PDF2XL in tandem to get the data from the point of entry to the point of passing it through and passing those costs on to your customers. As always, I hope you enjoyed this and learned something along the way. And as always, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. If you're an enrolled scholar, use the answers form right here at schoolofbookkeeping.com. If you are not, become an enrolled scholar. Then you can use the answers form right here at schoolofbookkeeping.com. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you on the web.